I've added a new set of pronouns to the pronouns that I'm comfortable being called. I've been sitting on Fair's pronouns for a while. My other thing about this new set of pronouns is that I would only like for queer and trans people to use them for me. Cis-het people, they, them. Queer and or trans people, you can use they, them, or fair.
Okay, as a lesbian, speaking for us, can we please stop this narcissistic behavior? Changing your pronouns based on the person who is talking to you? Never heard of this. This is ridiculous. The entire point of words and language is to make communicating with each other easier. It's not about your feelings. And let's be honest, the real reason these people want to do this is because they hate cis, straight, white people, and they want them to speak another language than them. They want them to be like in a different area, a different club. They want different codes. It's ridiculous. I mean, all of these types of people do hate cis, straight, white people.
If you're a white liberal leftist or consider yourself to be a white ally, I have a challenge for you. Don't create any more content on TikTok until September 22nd. And honestly, you deserve a break because every day is a white person day and y'all must be exhausted. So while you sit back, listen, learn, and truly decenter yourself, Black, Indigenous, and other people of color, we got it from here.
Every day is White People Day? Okay, where? It's not on this planet. I'm pretty sure that white people are outnumbered, like globally, just by India or China alone, if we're considering those people of color. If we're talking about the United States, the people that make the most money, again, are Asian and Indian Americans. So, I mean, sit your down. She might mean the people that get the most attention. Okay, fair enough. Let's go on her preferred social media network of choice, TikTok. I'm not on TikTok very much, but let's see who the top 5 most subscribed people are on TikTok or follow people on TikTok. Number 5 is Will Smith. Okay, black guy. Number 4, Addison Rae, half Hispanic. Bella Poarch, Asian. Number 2 is a white person. Number 1, the most followed person on TikTok, who funnily enough doesn't even speak, is Cabby, black guy. So again, no. Every time I make these kind of videos, I think of how much time and energy in my life I am wasting. But one thing that does save you time and money is today's video's sponsor, Karma. Love the name, by the way. You guys know that I am very spiritual. I have my candles going in the background and everything. But this is logical. Karma is a free Chrome extension and mobile app that helps you save time and money when shopping online. It automatically finds and applies the best coupon code for you at checkout. You can plan and organize your shopping by saving items that you like from over 50,000 stores. That's pretty incredible. You get real-time price updates on items that you've saved, and you can earn cash back. Make sure you go and get the Karma extension now. I mean, honestly, why wouldn't you? It saves you time and money, and it is free. Go and click the link in the description below. Back to hating cis straight white people. Love that sentence for us. These people hate cis straight white people so much that a friend of mine and fellow content creator, Ty Fish, I think he's based in New York City, told that he no longer can get acting gigs because he is a cis straight white man.
There's been a lot of people saying the girls as like a term of expressing themselves, and it just irks me. The term the girls originated from the trans community because that's something that they use to kind of just like talk about themselves, specifically the girls in the community. You could say it's like slang within the community, but yet again, just like a lot of things of LGBTQ culture, like voguing, it's got sissified. Yeah, that's not a word, but I made it a word. I understand the girls is a very simple term that people would resonate with, but at the same time, like, us trans people had one thing and you guys have to take it. You see that tear? I'm crying.
No. The girls has been used by biological women talking about their breasts for the last like 75 years. At least since I've been alive, so at least the last 30 plus years. Either way, I've never understood this logic. Just because somebody invents a new term doesn't mean that other people who did not invent that term can't use it, or that group, another group can't use it. According to your own logic, does that mean that as a trans woman, you cannot use the term woman because another group has claimed that word before you, that phrase? That saying, whatever you want to call it. Another thing, wasn't this whole preferred pronouns thing by the trans community, by the queer activists, proposed to us as an idea that, oh, it's so easy to use preferred pronouns. If you make a mistake, just correct yourself and move on. This is where we're at now, by the way.
So you all wanted a new TikTok about how I use my new pronouns, which are B and fairy. These would be used exactly how you would use they, them pronouns. So instead of saying that's their coat, you would say that is B's coat. Or instead of saying they love themselves, you would say B loves B self. Next up is fairy.
Serious question, do these people ever realize how ironic they are by using these made-up neo-pronouns, fairy self, be self, like they're living in their own imaginary worlds and they happen to use imaginary mythical creatures most of the time. Really, fairy self? Also, can you stop saying how easy it is to respect LGBT people when you are the group literally making it more difficult by the hour? Y'all have made it so difficult to simply just be same-sex attracted or have gender dysphoria that these kids growing up today have absolutely no idea what any of this is anymore. Watch this.
I think it was around like 10 as well when I started questioning if I was bi, and then since then it was kind of like a slippery slope because I was like, am I bi, omni, lesbian, and then I kind of like came to the point, and then now recently I've been like, am I pan, but then I think now I'm starting to realize that I'm queer, but yeah, it started around 10.
No, sexual orientation is absolutely not a slippery slope. This is literally the exact argument that was used against the fight for LGBT rights by the older generation of people in society for the last 50 years. Religious people, the actual far right, would use the slippery slope argument against us, right? If we allow gay people to get married, they're gonna start animals and marrying horses. Now a lot of this is coming true.
Tell us what you guys identify as. We're asking everyone here today.
Gay, cis.
Random question, but why is it almost always that black people tend to have it down and young white females don't? They literally are basically creating problems for themselves, and two black guys are sitting there like, yeah bro, I'm gay. Like, while we're at it, I've been saying this for months now, leave the kids alone.
One of my kids thinks they may be non-binary, and I'm saying they for now, but they haven't chosen a pronoun that they would prefer to be used because they're 7. So they don't really know what pronouns are.
And I know the argument that people expect me to be making is that, well, if a 7-year-old doesn't know what his pronouns are or what pronouns are, how is he gonna know what gender is? That's not the actual truth. The actual truth is most kids, most people know their gender, meaning if they have gender dysphoria or don't, around the age of 4 or 5 years old. But most kids are not transgender. Most kids do not have gender dysphoria. And teaching them about gender identity and pronouns at that young of an age only confuses them. Let me be clear, there is no confusion whether you are transgender or not. You know from a very young age, 99% of the time. You know something's up. Usually it's the same with being same-sex attracted. You know something's different with you. You know. The car agreed. 2 cars agree. And honestly, kids at that age will do almost anything for attention, right? If they think that doing this sort of thing at home is gonna get them more attention, they're gonna do it. I mean, haven't we already learned this lesson from white teenage girls alone? Like with the attention grabbing and the gender identities and the hair colors? You think 14-year-old girls are gonna do this and 5-year-old kids and 7-year-old kids aren't?
So in order to help us all figure out if this is because certain kids at school say like the haircut you have is a boy's haircut and they don't like that, or if this is something that they're really feeling, and we want to help everybody understand what it means to be non-binary and like what the options are.
Okay, literally no one can properly define the word non-binary. Nobody even knows what that means. So this definition is so broad that pretty much anybody can identify as it. Of course, a kid is gonna think that they somehow fit into this definition, which is not really a definition. I mean, this would all be fine. Well, not fine, but it would still be annoying. But it wouldn't be terrible if it was just simply, oh, I feel this today, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, Blair said this in a video of mine recently, this is very much going to fast track kids to having severe mental health crises, being on puberty blockers, and having surgeries at a young age that they can't go back on. Let me know your thoughts on all of this. Leave it in the comments. And as always, thank you so much to the sponsor of this video, Karma. Make sure you go and download the free Chrome browser extension. It is linked in the description below. Make sure you go and support companies that support this channel. And other than that, I will see you guys back here in a few days with a brand new video. Until then, I love you. Love yourselves. God. Bye.